The Rakk Lam-Ang Pro and Lite has been one of the most beloved mechanical keyboards by the Filipinos. The board was introduced back in 2019 and more or less, isa ito sa mga options noon sa pagkuha ng mechanical keyboard nila. Moreover, isa sa dahilan kung bakit sikat ito ay dahil sa sobrang daming pwedeng i-mod, and we're here to discuss everything. As our title suggests, is the Rakk Lam-Ang Pro still worth it? Let's find out. The Rakk Lam-Ang utilizes a tray mounting style. This comes in with a frame with chamfered edges, which is screwed in through the plate and PCB to hold it together. By default, it comes with an aluminum plate, but I was able to change it with POM. More details on that later on. Walang screws ang bottom case. Ang meron lang dito ay yung Bluetooth switch at ang kanyang feed para may other angle ka pa to type on in using this keyboard. So it utilized the TKL or 10 keyless layout, so meaning walang numpad katulad sa mga full-size keyboards, no? So in this case, it only features 87 keys in total, featuring ANSI layout. Meron din tayong wheel na ginagamit for adjusting the volume whichever device it is connected to, or for adjusting the brightness of your RGB. So yes, meron itong per key RGB kung hilig yun. The transition to TKL has been pretty abrupt for me because I was using previously a full-size mechanical keyboard, but it had some problem too. So for the first 3 weeks of using TKL has been pretty weird because doon ko na-realize kung gaano kalaking bagay para sa akin yung numpad. As a constant user of Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere Pro, doon ko na-realize kung gaano kabigat or gaano ka-heavily influenced when it comes to the numpad. In contrast to that, malaking bagay para sa akin din. Meron akong space sa desk ko. Kung gaano rin ka-helpful para sa akin yung may room ako for my mouse, may it be for gaming or for casual browsing through social media or the web. If you're constant using of your desk as for you to write your notes, malaking bagay talaga. Though this is not entirely new, but it really makes a difference with the desk space when switching from full size to smaller form factor. With literally no numpad, safe tayo sa mga keycaps kung nakabili ka man ng set with 104 keys in total since standard sizing naman ang gamit. The Bluetooth will always be a nice touch combined with its small form factor. You could use this anywhere you want to connect it to. And lastly, the extra buttons and wheels adds convenience for the user to adjust both brightness and the volume. If a board has its pros, it must have its cons as well. I still did wish na regardless of being released in 2019, maganda sana if may support na rin for 5-pin switches on top of na sobrang budget ng kunin nito. Due to the cutout para sa cable, not all cables with Type-C can be used considering that the port is receded and the case has a small opening. Pagdating sa custom cables, kailangan may pa-request na mas slim pa ang housing para lang din magamit ang cable mismo. So the modding experience has been pretty amazing for this keyboard kasi there are a lot of things for, I think this is the beauty of mechanical keyboard, especially the budget ones, is that there are a lot of things that you can do as someone who is trying to explore. Ngayon lang pumapasok talaga sa community na ito. It's pretty much amazing for me kasi una, I was trying to aim for a talk profile. In this case, yung very talky, very deep yung tunog ng keyboard in which I was able to do. So, kakapagod lang dito is trying to test out a lot of things. A lot of dampening, so the EVA foam, plus the polyfill. There's a lot of things that I had to consult with different people. The second point ko dito is yung paglulog ng switch. Now, very tiring as someone who just experienced of lubing switches for the first time with Gathered Milky Yellow Pros. It's definitely worth it, especially once you got the sound profile that you were aiming for. So for that, ewan ko lang if makikita nyo dito, but later on I will be providing a sound test, but it's pretty much amazing for me. Yung problema lang dito kasi when it comes to budget keyboards, especially with this thin, kung ganyan kanipis, magiging struggle lang talaga when it comes to dampening kasi you want the mod, sure, but it doesn't have come to the extremes na ma-stress out yung PCB, otherwise baka masira pa yung keyboard. So that's only the warning or disclaimer na gusto kong iparating kasi otherwise, you want to mod your keyboard but you don't want to damage your keyboard. So that's pretty much the big line there. So tanong nga ba kung worth it pa rin bang bumili ng Rakk Lam-Ang Pro? Para sa akin hindi na. Kasi maraming TKL boards out there. Kung gusto mong mag-mod or pumasok sa mundo ng mechanical keyboards, may mas marami pang TKL boards na pwede mong bilhin na mas masasabi kong sulit kumpara dito. Wala na rin masyadong stocks nito both on Shopee or Lazada, so chances are nasa Facebook Marketplace na lang natapat mo. Either kumuha ka na lang ng bare bones sa MK870 or RK87 since 5-pin support na rin mga yan, Bluetooth, and 2.4 GHz support pa. The one thing that you're gonna take away from Rakk Lam-Ang Pro and Lite is the capability to be modded. There are a lot of mods that you can try specifically for the board itself. Kaya nga ganyan siya kabenta ever since its launch. So moving forward, ang problema lang natin with the Rakk Lam-Ang is that the Lite is still available. However, considering that it is Lite, you're only limited to a certain amount of switches. And the Rakk Lam-Ang Pro, well, I don't see any stocks in Shopee or Lazada. In terms of buying a new one, I wouldn't really prefer getting the Rakk Lam-Ang Lite because there are a lot of keyboards out there right now. Pwede nyo pang explore with the same level of budget, with the same TKL layout, with the same capability to be modded. Yun ang siguro takeaways ko dito kung bakit masasabi ko hindi na worth it ang Rakk Lam-Ang. So that is pretty much about the Rakk Lam-Ang Pro and Lite. So if you have any questions, especially to our Rakk Lam-Ang users, if you want to explore to mod this keyboard and you have your own questions, leave them in the comment section below. Be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel for more tech and keyboard contents in the near future, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.